Yeah, what you saying, man? It's a Triple B based boxing basement, yeah? And remember to like. It costs nothing, not a thing. Comment, bro. Subscribe if you like the videos. So, yeah, I'm just going to do a review of the boxing stories of this week. And the biggest one is Anthony Joshua vs Francis Ngannou. It's caught a bit of flack from people going, oh, we don't want to see this fight. This is an MMA guy, blah, blah, blah. You have to be honest here, man. Ngannou earned his shot. And I said in some videos before, I go, what Ngannou needs to do is fight some big names next. And I even predicted they would fight the Gage, right? Now, the main thing is, you're going to want, how many rounds is it? Because that'll make a difference. I think it's only 10. I don't know if it's been announced. 12 could be different. But, Ngannou's dangerous. He's proved himself. Admittedly, Tyson Fury came in fat with mottled lard all over his hips. But, he's still got floored by Ngannou in his first pro fight. Now, obviously it was a weird fight. And I didn't like it. But afterwards, I'm like, I can't complain. You can't complain. It was not the first time you've had weird fights, Alice. Pete Rademacher. Check him out, man. In his first pro fight, okay, he had a long amateur career. He won a gold medal in the Olympics. But Pete Rademacher fought Floyd Patterson in his first fight. He dropped Patterson and then got knocked out. And he had a pretty, undistinguished career. But and this is back in the day when you didn't have loads of world boxing organizations. You didn't have loads of weight divisions. So, it's not the first time something's weird to happen. And as I said, I'm no Ngannou fan because I think he's a PD monster. He might be the only guy, that's got a better pharmacist than Gage. Yeah. But I'm not hating on this fight. The WBC, I think WBC rate Ngannou at number 10, which is kind of nuts, you'd think. Usually, you don't get rated unless you win. But, that fight, I've had no problem with a draw, with an Ngannou win or a Fury win. Right? Embarrassing though it is for boxing. I'm still shocked because Ngannou hitting the pads, so-called training with Mike Tyson, which is obviously a PR exercise. Even before the fight, he was hitting the pads. I'm like, he just doesn't look very good. But, he proved us wrong. He suddenly seemed to transform into a good boxer. So I got no problem with Joshua fighting Ngannou, After all, like I said, he's a top 10 heavyweight, according to the WBC. Yeah. It's all about the money. It's all about the Benjamins. It's about the cash money. What you know about that. So, what happened in this fight? Well, it's interesting. I would suggest, the thing is about Gage is, unlike Fury, he always turns up in good shape, right? PD'd up. I think Gage has got his confidence back after beating Otto, the oil drilling Wallin, who was the white quitter. He was pathetic. He really was. It's a shame. But like I said, it's because he's a naive Swede who thinks, oh, of course, I don't need PEDs to win. Of course, Joshua is not doing PEDs because otherwise he'd fail a test. Swedish people are the most naive people in the world, bro. Believe that. Idiots they are. But, so, there are 3 possible results, right, from the Gage Ngannou fight. And they mean very different things. So you got Francis the Predator Ngannou. The Predator. He sounds like a nonce or a rapist. But, his confidence must be riding high. He's got a big head. And I've said, he's obviously hugely muscled, but people with big heads can take a shot. He did get slightly hurt by Stipe Miocic with 4-ounce gloves. And Stipe ain't that big a hard hitter, but then Stipe got put over on his own leg like George Groves. So, a decent fight. It's a decent fight. I'd watch it for sure. And the three possible results, right? Number one is Ngannou wins against Garcia. Whether it's KO or whether it's on points, he wins against Garcia. And suddenly, boxing looks very bad. Suddenly, boxing looks very bad. And Ngannou, he should be taken seriously anyway. But, you know, is now a very serious guy. A very serious guy. You know, a top 5 contender. I'd like to see him against Zhang after that, if he wins. The second result is Garcia irons out Ngannou and beats him up. And again, I'd say that's a decent result. Although, you know, boxers would be like, oh, you know, Eddie Hearn, right? People like Eddie Hearn were saying, oh, Ngannou's rubbish. Johnny Fisher would knock him out. You know, and believe me, I sort of agreed with that until I saw him fight Tyson. So, you know, an Ngannou win would rock the boxing world and it would look very bad. But if he won, then you got to put him in for the title against the winner of Fury and Usyk, right? The third possible result, I mean, forget about a draw, but the third possible result is a Garcia, you know, wins on points but doesn't look good. And similarly, this will have a negative result in boxing, right? But Garcia will go on to you know, to still be able to come on big fights, and everyone will be screaming about Ngannou like he's some Superman. Yeah, he is some Superman, some super PED man, right? But yeah, as I said, I got no real problems with this fight, you know, given Ngannou's performance against Tyson Fury. And reportedly on the undercard, the Big Bang, one of my favorite fighters, the Big Bang, Chinese power, Zhang, and Deontay Wilder are going to be on the card. Wilder's, yeah, he had a bad performance. I blame ayahuasca, you know, against Joseph Parker, but and maybe against each other, and that would be an awesome fight. I would favor the Big Bang here, the Big Bang. I don't know, man. You're only as good as your last fight, and he hasn't always looked great. For example, against Jerry Forrest, although he had a kidney issue, but you know, I don't know, man. Zhang must be confident. He's aging as well. We all are, but he's aging as well. Two big punchers in the heavyweight division. One huge, right? The Big Bang. I'm down with that fight. If they don't fight each other, well, whatever. That's fine. We need Zhang to have a good fight because he's running out of time. We need him to have a big fight, and he has. Surely he's got to be able to fight for the world title next if he wins, and they must be able to make money out of Zhang in China. I don't think the party, the Communist Party, are that happy with Zhang because he went off to New Jersey and lived there instead of staying in China. But you got to be able to sell that fight. You got 1.5 billion Chinamen, yeah, and most of them are probably, you know, I've never seen a Chinese guy as big as the Big Bang. You know what I'm saying? I'll be shocked, you know. It's the kind of thing where you see it in the streets, you be like taking pictures. You're like, I've never seen no Chinaman as big as this. So, you know, I hope they fight each other, but if not, I hope they fight decent opponents. And we had the first, you know, certainly from the UK, big fight. Ismael Barroso with O'Hala Davies in America. Now I made a prediction before because this fight was delayed, and I said I'm putting on Barrera. You get 3-1 on him. He can punch, right? Davies has not convinced me at a world level. Unfortunately, I didn't. You know, I watched it the next day, and Barroso ironed out Davies. I mean, it was a shocker in some ways. But, you know, Barroso hurt Rory Romero. Okay, he's 40. He looks 140. You know what I'm saying? The guy's like the Venezuelan. Is he from Venezuela? The Venezuelan version of Benjamin Button. But I looked at, I watched the build-up and this, and I don't know, David didn't look there. In his eyes, he looked he felt like he was intimidated by the presence, by the people there. I don't know if is it the first time he fought out of Britain, maybe, but something got to him. His eyes were like vacant. They were looking around. He looked stoned. He started and he was slow. He's got very long arms, but he was slow, and he just got caught by Barroso with a counter. Dropped heavily. He got up again. The ref let him get on, get back in the game, and he got another battering, and the ref stopped the fight. I mean, I think it's a good stoppage, to be honest. Davies couldn't look the ref in the eye. He was confused. I felt sorry for him, to be honest with you. He's confused. He's like, what am I doing here? I'm being battered. I'm being bullied. I'm being destroyed. You know, I'm being destroyed. I don't hate on O'Hara, by the way. A lot of people got upset, especially Liverpudlians, because he made some comments. But I just think that's, he just chose his words wrong. He doesn't come across that bad. He's fairly likable, but he's not a world-class fighter. And I always said that, and I'm annoyed at myself for not winning cash money on this fight, because this was a good opportunity. But Barroso just looks so old, man. It's hard to bet on a guy that looks so ancient. And in a way, his body didn't look that good. But I don't know, man. I don't know what's happening here. Barroso's lost a few fights. He's been stopped. But he's obviously got power. He's got power. And Davies got ironed out. And, I've seen some videos of O'Hara afterwards, and he's quite likable, man. I think he's a simpleton. He's not the sharpest he's not the sharpest pencil in a pencil case. There's no doubt. But I don't hate on him. But he's got his level, and his level is not world level. Also, what else going on? Ryan Garcia. So he's had a child, and he's real happy about it. It's a boy. And let's be honest, every man wants at least one boy, right? I mean, daughters are cute, but you want one boy, an heir, to take over from you. And then he announced in an adjacent post that he was divorcing the mother, which I assume is the same woman. I mean, he was divorcing his wife, which is quite bizarre. Ryan Garcia's a strange one, man. On the one hand, he's quite Christian. On the other hand, he's quite Illuminati. He's a tool of the Illuminati. He's probably been smashed by Oscar de la Homo in the kitchen with all kinds of kitchen utensils, whisks, who knows what else, the horrors that Oscar has inserted into Ryan. But he looks like a lost child. He's a simpleton as well, with big ears. But I hope Ryan finds reality and peace. And then I saw this random advert on Instagram, it was, by Ricky Hatton, pushing some mental health app. Now, there's a few fighters that push the mental health thing. Tyson Fury, Ricky Hatton. It's a real thing in a way, in that we are so poisoned, right, with additives, pesticides, psychologically unsound ideas that people are finding their heads all messed up, and that's right. But instead of looking at the causes, people are just going, I mean mental health. And that's also a pharmaceutical industry thing, like push me mental health. What happens when you get a doctor with mental health problems? They just write you a script. Here's some pills. I'm sure you'll be fine. I met a guy in the pub, right? Well, he was the brother of some guy I know, right? And I said, "Want your blood?" He's like, "No." I said, he goes, "My medication." I was like, "Oh, well, you got, you're on medication." He goes, "Yeah, I'm on 27 different types of medication." This is the UK, by the way. America's way worse. 27 types of medication. Now, if you look in America, I mean, it's more like 50% of people are on some kind of medication. Why, if you believe, whether you believe in God, whether you believe in evolution, why would humans be so flawed they need to be dumped full of medication to allegedly make him normal. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's a fraud, right? It's a fraud. It's a fraud. And Ricky's pushing this. I'm like, Ricky, I said, listen, there's one reason you had mental health problems, because of your intense drinking and yayo abuse. Of course it messes your head. I had problems with yayo myself, and it messes your head up. Depression, paranoia. You know, stay away. Yayo is one of the worst drugs of them all, even though everyone thinks it's a big laugh. But that's part of the deception, right? And Hatton goes, oh, you can find any answer. I mean, any answer off this app he's pushing. You can find whatever answer you need for your mental health problems. So what he's claiming, think about this for a minute. He's claiming, he's obviously paid, right? It's an advert. He's claiming that if you have any mental health problems, all you got to do is buy this app and you'll be sorted. I mean, what a charlatan, what a degenerate. And finally, the other big story was the big bum, Jarrell Miller. Yeah, got nicked for GTA, Grand Theft Auto, man. He's obviously been playing too much video games. But, you know, man, it reminded me of Eazy-E, yeah? Yeah, a car pulls up, who can it be? A fresh El Camino rolling big baby. He rolled down the window and he started to say, it's all about making that GTA. Because the boys in the hood are always hard. But it's nuts, man. Why? Jarrell's been paid, I assume, a career high payday in Saudi. And now he's robbing a car. Now the story is, so allegedly, so I think when his car got repossessed, and he got his woman, his bird, to go over to the dealership and say, listen, blood, I'm sorry, I left my sail foam. I left my sail foam, right, in the car. Can I recollect it? And the guy's like, yeah, sorry, man, let's go have a look. And before you know it, the 330-pound big bum, Jarrell Miller, jumps. I mean, imagine how big that is, man. He put the dealer in a chokehold, right? He got the keys and rolled away in the vehicle. Which was GPS tracked to his house, and he got nicked. And he's still in the prison. He couldn't make the bail bond, which is about 30K, which I would have thought he could afford after that good payday. But yeah, I think he's still in the nick, man. Who knows what happened, you know, when he faces the trials. Maybe be like that guy. You seen that guy who leapt over and attacked the judge? And this guy was like, oh yeah, I'm different. I'm much better now. I'm taking care of my mental health problems. You know what? I'm looking after myself. And then she goes, yeah, I think you're gonna have to go to jail. And he goes nuts and leaps over the desk and punches her up. And I gotta be honest, I laughed at this because the American legal system is so bent. The justice system allegedly is so bent, right? You know, I don't know I've had some experience with, obviously, the UK system. I did some legal training, but I don't know about the American training. But what it is very complex. Why is it complex? So the average guy on the street don't know how to deal with it, man. The average guy on the road don't know how to deal with it. And as I said, they say, ignorance of the law is not an excuse. But you're like, yeah, but when did you teach me the law? You're never done. Think about that. Yeah, but anyway, the big bum, the fat pig. I don't think he's going to jump over, you know, the bench and attack the judge, because he can jump over a peanut butter sandwich, the fat pig, and certainly not without eating it, like Tyrone Woodley. Tucks into chocolate pum pum. You know, Jarrell loves his food, his fried chicken. So, I mean, that's boxing in a week. It's a soap opera boxing. I don't even know if it's real anymore. Is it really that different from WWE? What do you guys think, blood?